It is a cold and quiet start to the day, but we do have rain on the way for the evening along a cold front. I'll time all that out for you coming up.
And a Macon nonprofit now tries to pick up the pieces following a deadly shooting. What the Loaves and Fishes director says they could do differently down the road. A push to loosen handgun carrying rules in Georgia now has the governor's support. What lawmakers could consider this year. Good morning, everyone. You're looking live over Macon, looking sparkly this morning at 6:30, about to be 6:31. Courtney, I'm Suzanne Lawler. I keep forgetting to tell you that, but I think you guys know. Courtney, what's going on with the weather?
It is cold outside this morning, so if you enjoyed yesterday when we were in the 40s, 50s, I hope you did enjoy that because it's a lot colder this morning. 36 right now in the city of Macon. You're, of course, looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent. It's been so fun, by the way, to see this hotel start to come up. You can see they've got their little name on there and everything all lit up. That's going to be an exciting project to see unfold. As we go through the morning, of course, we will get maybe a degree or two cooler as we head closer to sunrise time. But right now, plenty cold enough out there. You'll want to have that jacket with you, maybe a hat, a good idea, especially if you have to stand outside and wait for the bus stop this morning. 43 in Butler, we're at 41 in Unadilla, 39 in Warner Robins and in Milledgeville, and 36 in Dublin. A lot colder than this time yesterday, and if you can remember back to yesterday morning, these numbers were flip-flopped. We were several degrees warmer, so just the weather whiplash of the southeast saying hello this morning. We do have a cold front to our north, bringing plenty of snow to parts of Tennessee and Arkansas, and we will have some cold air on the way behind that front, but first we have to get through some rain. I'm going to time that all out for you in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Courtney. Right now, the director of a Macon nonprofit says he's still trying to wrap his head around what happened in a deadly shooting earlier this week. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it happened just before Tuesday afternoon at the Loaves and Fishes on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Deputies got a report that 45-year-old Carlos Gordon and 30-year-old John Sewell got into an argument, ending with Sewell shooting and killing Gordon. Gordon was a Loaves and Fishes client. Sewell was the manager at the nonprofit, which provides food and clothing for the needy in Macon's downtown. Director Jake Ferrer says the ministry will learn lessons following the shooting.
There's certain things we can do differently, I think, down the road. We need to keep our eyes and ears open to finding ways to change the situation, the dynamics of the situation at the time. And that may mean just shutting the door, call 911 and get somebody over here to attend to it and that kind of thing, or to back off and listen and don't try to argue too much. But I think we'll learn from it a lot.
Investigators arrested Sewell and charged him with felony murder and aggravated assault. He's in the Bibb County Jail without bond. The Sheriff's Office continues to investigate. Jones County High School plans to put new measures in place to keep students safe on campus. Principal Lance Rackley says school administrators will begin random screenings of classrooms with handheld metal detectors. It's an effort to keep weapons and other prohibited items like electronic vaping devices and drugs out of the school. Rackley asks that parents review the student handbook with your child and talk about the items not allowed. Governor Brian Kemp aims to loosen rules for carrying handguns in Georgia. Yesterday, the governor appeared at a Smyrna gun shop with members of the National Rifle Association to announce a push for constitutional carry. That could allow people with a clean criminal record to open or concealed carry a handgun without a permit. Byron's Chief of Police, Wesley Cannon, supports the governor and has no objections to it passing.
Like I said earlier, I don't believe that guns commit crimes. I believe people do. And good law-abiding citizens are not going to hurt me. It's the bad guys. And they could care less whether there's a law that they have to have a permit or not. They're going to carry a gun and they're going to commit crimes until they're stopped.
Governor Kemp says they are already filing bills for the upcoming legislative session to try to make constitutional carry law. Taking a closer look at constitutional carry, right now there are 21 states which do not require permits for the open or concealed carry of firearms. That's according to the Giffords Law Center. Texas was the last state to go permitless. There you go. That happened back in September. 5 other states also passed similar laws last year. 3 of those were Utah, Montana, and Tennessee. Now to other headlines from across Georgia. The 3 men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery will find out their prison sentence tomorrow. Last month, a judge signed an order setting a January 7th sentencing hearing. This past November, a jury convicted Travis McMichael on all 9 counts, including malice murder. They found his father, Gregory, guilty on 8 counts and William Roddy Bryan guilty on 6 counts in the February 2020 killing of Arbery. Malice and felony murder convictions both carry a minimum penalty of life in prison. The judge decides whether that comes with or without the possibility of parole. 2 of the nation's leaders plan to make a stop in the Peach State next week. The White House says President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will talk about the, quote, urgent need to pass legislation to protect the constitutional right to vote. The 2 will visit Atlanta Tuesday. A company that aims to recycle lithium batteries will build its first large plant near Atlanta. The business plans to invest $43 million and hire 150 people. Battery Resources of Worcester, Massachusetts, made the announcement yesterday, aiming for full operation in Covington by August. The company will take apart and process used batteries, producing metals and graphite for new batteries. The news comes as electric vehicle maker Rivian Automotive also plans to build near that area. They're set up to put a $5 billion plant near Covington. State-funded pre-K and child care teachers will get 2 more rounds of $1,000 bonuses. Georgia will pay it from federal coronavirus aid. The Department of Early Care and Learning announced the plan earlier this week. An earlier round of bonuses last year paid over $33 million to more than 33,000 teachers statewide. Courtney?
Yeah, we are going to be a little bit cold. Suzanne, are you enjoying the colder weather?
I am. You know, growing up in Florida, as you well know, we didn't have seasons.
Right.
So I love the seasons.
Yep.
So the warm weather, I'm like, oh, I'm back in Florida.
Right.
Great, no winter.
Yeah.
So I love these cold fronts.
Me too. And it's funny that, you know, I say all the time when I see Miami at 50 or 60, and I'm like, that, you don't understand, is really cold for Floridians.
We're bundling up, in Florida. Yeah,
you got your
exactly.
scarves.
Break out the turtlenecks.
Yes, your Ugg boots. Oh gosh, were those popular when I was in high school. Everyone had the Ugg boots on when it got to 50 degrees. So, you know, I feel no remorse about it. You know, they were in back then. All right, everyone. Well, we are much colder than 50 degrees this morning, so you are going to need to bundle up. It is Georgia cold this morning. This is Florida freezing to start the day. It's 39 right now in the city of Perry. You're looking out on top of the Fairgrounds and Agri Center over I-75. A few people already making their way out the door. And if you're about to do so, yes, you will need to bundle up. You will need to grab the jacket, maybe the hat if you really want to, a scarf. Thankfully, the wind is nice and calm, so of course that makes it feel a little better out there. There's nothing like standing still waiting for the bus when it's cold and windy. That is definitely miserable. So thankfully, it is just simply cold and the air is nice and still. We're at 36 in Macon, 39 in Warner Robins, 37 in Cochrane, 43 in Butler, 37 in Milledgeville, and 36 to get the morning going in Wrightsville. Through the day today, we'll have another really warm day. If you enjoyed yesterday's forecast, then you'll like today just as much, except this time we're going to have lots of sunshine even when the sun rises. We're not going to have to deal with the overcast start to the day. Mid-60s, and then notice we have that rain chance. That's going to be along a cold front that's really going to change our forecast. We're not going to see mid-60s anymore. We're going to look more so at mid-40s as we head into tomorrow. By the way, we will stay in the 30s for the next couple of hours, so whether you're getting ready to head out the door now or in the next hour or two, you are going to need to keep that coat handy with you. Now, just to give you an idea of how cold the air is that is behind this front, take a look at this. 1 degree. Single digits in Omaha, Nebraska. Here in Macon, of course, we're at 36 degrees, but all of that cold air coming in from Canada, that Arctic air, is going to get spilled in as the jet stream takes a deep dive to the south and ultimately pushes our front that's currently in parts of Tennessee right now, draped across the southeast. As that sinks in, we're going to get some of that cold air. Now, of course, we're not going to be 1 degree, but we are going to be quite cold when it comes to our average temperature. We're going to go below that for tomorrow. I want to point your attention to parts of the plains. These colors here, these light blue and pink colors, those are wind chill advisories. They're expecting wind chill temperatures, feels like temperatures of negative 30 degrees. That's dangerously cold. You can't stand outside for more than 10 minutes without potentially, if your skin is exposed, getting frostbite. Really, really dangerously cold up there. Now for us, that front will bring us a rain chance as we head into the evening tonight. So around 7 o'clock, hopefully it'll dodge most of your drive home. So, you know, commute hour 5, 6 o'clock. Hopefully you'll be home by the time all the rain rolls in, although it's not going to be heavy rain for the most part. We could have a brief heavier downpour, but for the most part just light rain. And then tomorrow we're waking up in the upper 20s with highs in the upper 40s. Going to be very cold. Now, some of us might make it to the 50s, but I think most of us will be in the mid to upper 40s for the day. Now, 49 I have as forecast for Macon, and then we gradually warm through the weekend. We'll be in the upper 60s Sunday afternoon. We'll stay dry Sunday morning into the afternoon hours. So heading to church, maybe any errands you run on Sunday, you're good to go until the evening, because then a cold front moves in and cools us right back down. So rain will be possible starting in the evening closer to the sunset hour, and then that will move out of the way by early Monday morning. So hopefully you won't have to deal with any rain for that morning drive to kick off next week. Either way, your 7-day forecast looks like this: mid 60s and rain possible as we head into tonight. That'll leave us quite cold to round out the work week. Another front rolls in Sunday night, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder along that, and then we're back in the 40s by next Tuesday.